Today I'm gonna challenge me, brother, mom and dad to draw Minion Stuart, since Minions and Monsters is out now. But there's a twist, each side came with a random challenge. So let's start with my part. What challenge is waiting for me? Random style? Please be something easy. Zombie! For this challenge, Stuart is getting a full zombie transformation. I added a piece of brain, a scar, changed his eye color and turned his yellow skin green. Honestly, I was expecting this challenge to be a nightmare, but it actually went surprisingly well, although the shading took more than 2 hours to finish. In the end, it paid off. And here's the final result. Not gonna lie, this actually looks really cool. But we are not done yet. Next up is my mom's side. Let's see if she gets lucky or not. Seriously, 2 challenges. So the first one is time limit. Everything depends on this. 37 minutes, not great but survivable. Second challenge, add accessory. Okay, what Stuart is going to get? Ring. So for this challenge, all she needs to do is add a ring to Stuart. Oh, and also she decided to add a gold too, because apparently giant diamond ring isn't enough. Honestly, that part isn't too difficult. The real challenge is finishing the entire drawing in just 37 minutes. Wow, this is looking pretty good so far. I think mom got a little too focused on making everything look nice and completely forgot about the timer. At this point, every second counts. So now finishing on time might be a challenge. She's finally working on the outline, but there are only 2 minutes remain. Can she beat the timer? She finished it. Okay, the timer had already given up a few minutes ago, but just look at this. It's awesome. And with that, the challenge passes to my brother. What challenge will he be dealing with? Random style. Let's see what style he gets. Comic. Honestly, I can't wait to see how this one turns out. Here, his goal is to reimagine Stuart as a comic book character. He began with the panel layout, taking inspiration from this Spider-Man comic page. And for Stuart himself, he's given him a cartoon-style design to match the comic book vibe. Honestly, this side required a huge amount of work. He spent around 4 hours drawing non-stop and put everything he had into it. But in the end, all that hard work was worth it. And with that, the comic panel is complete, and I can't believe how good this turned out. At this point, Stuart needs his own comic series. You know what? If this video gets 10,000 likes, we are making my brother draw a full comic page of Stuart. Good luck, buddy. But for now, it's time to move on to the dead side. Traditionally, the random box picks the challenge. One shape! At this point, I'm convinced the random box is his biggest hater. Alright, let's see what shape he gets. Triangles. Yeah, good luck with that. For this challenge, he's only allowed to use triangles. No circles, no rectangles, no curves. Just triangles. So now he has to build the entire drawing out of them. I always thought the switch hands challenge was the hardest, but this one might actually be worse. Actually, this challenge was definitely easier than it looked. Sure, drawing all those triangles took a lot of time, but it was surprisingly satisfying to watch the image slowly come together. Later I found out there's an entire art style built around this technique, called triangulation art. final result. I knew it would be interesting, but I didn't expect it to look this good. I think this is the best side for now, and it has all chances to win, which is important because today's prize is the greatest treasure known to Minionkind. With half of the drawing complete, it's time for my side. Alright, let's see how badly I'm about to suffer. Random style. What version of Stuart are we getting this time? Rich? This one is going to be really cool. Here I'm turning Stuart into a rich man, and luckily I found an incredible reference from the trailer to help with the design. So I'm adding a dark blue jacket, and to push the rich vibe even further, I'm drawing money falling all around him. Honestly, this was way harder than I thought. Overall, I've spent 3 hours, which is not too long, but the dark blue outfit was a real struggle. I just couldn't get the right tone for nearly 30 minutes. Still, in the end, I think it turned out really cool. Just like that, my side is complete. Okay, I think this might be one of my best ones. But the challenge continues, and now it's my mom's turn to suffer. Once again, the random box is in charge of the challenge. Random colors? Why are we so unlucky today? This one might be even worse than the triangles. So now mom is choosing a random color for each part of Stuart. For the skin. Pink? Okay, pink Stuart is something else. The costume is green? For the shading, she had to pick 3 random colors. One for the main color, one for the shadows, and one for the highlights. Actually, the crazy combinations instantly turned the drawing into a complete mess. She tried her best to make it work, but no matter what she did, those colors just refused to cooperate. Here's the final result. The shading definitely looks a little strange, but with those random colors, there wasn't much she could do. Anyway, let's move on to the brother's side. So, what challenge is he doing now? Random style? This can be really tough. Let's find out what kind of makeover Stuart is getting. X-ray. Unfortunately, X-ray is one of the hardest and most time-consuming styles. And to do it, he first draws cartoon Stuart. After that, he has to draw black lines across the drawing and place white lines wherever they overlap the outline. Not gonna lie, this turned out much better than I expected. The X-ray effect came together surprisingly well, and the whole drawing only took about 2 hours to complete. Now it's time for the most important part, the X-ray effect. With that, the X-ray side is done, and you know, I think it looks incredible. But now it's that side. It's time for the random box to decide that's fate. Character fusion? Okay, so who gets mixed with Stuart? Deadpool? Yo, finally that got lucky. For this challenge, that has to combine Stuart and Deadpool into a single character. To make the fusion work, he's giving Stuart Deadpool's iconic black eye patches, changing his eye color and replacing his yellow skin with bright red. By the way, if you've enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and motivates me to keep making videos like this. Also, let me know in the comments which character from Minions and Monsters I should draw next. After a full week of drawing, plenty of mistakes and a lot of hard work, our journey is finally over. Now it's time to reveal you, Minion Stuart.